What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In today's video, we're gonna talk about English. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Pond coin, which, as you know from my video last week, there was a ton of controversy around potential mining exploit, around PolyOX, and this entire ecosystem, right? Some people were calling it a rug. Some people were saying this thing's amazing. Well, we got some incredible new developments, and in this video, we're going to talk about that. But before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up icon, and share the video with a friend. Now, as you can see on this website right here, which is pondox.com, you can actually go here and claim your Pond coin. So what happened was about a week ago, people were able to mine PondX, not Pond coin, PondX. That's a different token. And what has happened since is now, if you had mined your sort of PondX, you can claim Pond coin. I know it's a little complicated, but Yazan Al-Kharouf has basically summarized this here. If you mined Pond, I keep wanting to say pound. If you mine PondX directly from pondox.com, remember, not Uniswap. A lot of people made a mistake. They went on Uniswap. They traded ETH for PondX, PondX, and they got completely destroyed. Their PondX was sort of removed from their wallets and everything. But if you did it on the website and you have this token, PNDX, you're able to now go on pondox.com and you're able to claim your PNDC or Pond coin. And if you did that, you are sitting at an incredible 5x. And this was taken about 5 hours ago. If you look at the run up here, right? At the high point, it had gone from, where is this? 0.0 to the decimal 3, all the way about up over 10, around 10x. So you would have got a 10x return from this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern to just 2 hours ago. That is an incredible return, about 10x. Where do you get these kind of returns, right? Well, what happened is now it's starting to retrace. And people are having this one single question. Do you buy Pond coin? It's just like Pepe, right? Like when Pepe started skyrocketing, you got a ton of people FOMOing in. But the reality is, right? These things, this token is sort of based behind nothing so far. I know Poly is super proud and sort of bragging about everything going on. If you check his Twitter, right? Like people are messaging saying, we're only 24 hours in, you've already changed my life. I don't know what else you have planned for us, but thank you for everything. Well, you know what? Let's be straight up here. The reason it's gone up is just a ton of hype. There hasn't really been anything else beyond that right now. I'm yet to see the sort of utility. I know sort of utility is the kind of thing that, people say, and like that's kind of like the way you get into Web3. But the reality is, you don't want to be that person who, if you're sitting there and you got into Pond right here, how do you feel now that it's dropped about 30 to 40% from your buy price? And even buying it here, how do you know it won't retrace any further? For me, I already missed this. Like when this whole thing happened, by the time I found out about it, it was around here. It's right here, right? About 0.0 subscript 621. I told myself it's already too late. I've missed this movement. At one point, if you faded it already, why bother getting into this and sort of just play the game of chicken? Now, if you're a gambling person, you want to just roll the dice. Hey, look, best of luck. I hope it keeps going up. Right now, because the question I'm seeing a ton on the website or on Twitter is, do I buy? Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I were you, I would not buy right now. I would wait for a bit more of a retracement and then put a small amount of money that you can afford to lose. There's no reason here to sort of bet the farm, especially when so many people have gotten in before you at such a cheap price, right? Like if you take a look at dextools.io, you can actually see like, yeah, there are people buying, but there's also people selling a ton out. These people have realized, hey, I made a ton of profit. I want to cash out. I turned like 0.1 ETH, like 200 US into like 5,000. Why do they want to keep holding? They don't. That's the reality of it. There is no, so the way these things work is the price only keeps going up if money keeps coming into it. At a certain point when money stops coming into it, we saw this happen with Pepe, the air gets let out and starts just selling off and people just move on to the next thing, right? Polly, I don't know where the tweet is, but one of the things he was mentioning earlier, like if you look at his Twitter, he talked about how he was the one who pushed Pepe to a huge market cap, right? And when you look at PondCoin, the market cap isn't that big right now. It's sitting at, where is this? The total market cap is $46.8 million. But the most important thing you have to look at here is it's only $602,000 of liquidity. So as people start selling off, and I'm not hoping that it does, right? I'm just using sort of my past experience. As this stuff sells off, the liquidity crunches. You'll see huge price impacts. People will find a hard time selling their token without taking a 20 to 30% price impact on even the price it is at that moment. And unless it starts pumping, they're going to lose a ton of money, right? So there is an opportunity here potentially, but I would wait for it to trickle down a bit. Or like I said, if you want to put a tiny bit of money that you're just sort of putting like a lottery ticket, go for it. I personally don't think this is the time for me to jump into this, especially considering there's so many great opportunities in the stock market and with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything else. But I understand the allure of the 10, 100x. It does get your blood pumping and it makes you feel alive. So, hey, if you want to do it, go for it. One of the things I will say for you guys is when you take a look here on Twitter, you'll see a ton of people talk about how they're unable to claim PondCoin even if they have PondX. So that is something that hopefully is cleared up over the next couple hours, because there's a ton of people who are sitting with PondX saying, hey, I want some of that PondCoin, and you know what they're going to do with it when they get it, right? Most of them will be selling it. So that's just something to think about. Now, if you haven't already, remember, like, subscribe, share the video, follow me on All Tech, check out the free public Discord, consider joining our membership program. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.